Hi, friends. Welcome in. It's me. I'm Sam. Actor, writer, streamer, YouTuber. Not in any serious way, just so that I put these videos over there afterwards. Oh my gosh! Wow, 7, kicking it off strong. Thank you so much for that subscription. I really appreciate it. Still says Happy Pride, and it's gonna keep saying Happy Pride until I remember to change it. And honestly, even maybe then. Thank you for being here. Thank you for that subscription. Um, it's Mystery Monday. We're back to it. I missed all my streams over the weekends. I hope you all had fantastic weekends because I was not here for it. I was hanging out with the sheepoo. So now to make up for it, we're streaming this week. And the first stream of the week is Mystery Mondays with Pentiment. I'm saying this like a reveal, even though I already said this 5 seconds ago. So if you were not here last time we played Pentiment, which I believe was 2 Gregorian weeks ago, 3 Gregorian weeks ago, I think 2 weeks ago. It's such a weird game, and I'm so glad that it exists. So we play as a... Scribe doesn't feel like the right word. We're like marginalia printing artist in medieval times, 1518. You can actually see it right there on the book. Right here. Oh, my cursor's not showing up. Oh, there it is. See? Right there. So it's April 21st, 1518. We're playing Andreas, so far, the way we played him, really horny printing artist at a abbey in Bavaria. Barovia? No. Bavaria. Bavavia's the fake one. Bavaria's real. So we're going to jump back into it. Let's get it. Let's dive in. Also, something I'm very proud of, so I'm going to show you all. Because I'm a professional streamer and voice actor. Oh my god, Puddleglum, Jesus Christ. It's just, so glad to have you here. Because I'm a serious streamer and voice actor, I've made a little cheat sheet of all the characters and their voices. Yes, Puddleglum, very good button press. A very appreciated button press. So, just, first of all, this I think it might be many of you's first glimpses of my handwriting. But just a master list of everybody and the voices that they did. So, like, for example, Matthew is written down as Nasal Sad Sack. Il Peter is written as gruff, sort of Toni Collette, but not Toni Collette, the Australian actress, Toni Collette, the character from Dungeons & Daddy Season 3. One of them is Nellie from Bake Off, if you're watching this season of Bake Off. So yeah, we'll see how consistent I'm actually able to keep these. But I should hopefully be able to at least vaguely maintain the voices I did last time. So there's Andreas. You'll notice he's kind of hot. What are we doing? Is there a way for us to know what we're doing? Journal, great. So, Prime Hour 6, another day, another few pages. Terse Hour 9, Clara kindly gave me some food for dinner. I should see if Otto and Endress are around. We ended up doing that. Lunch is done. It was nice catching up with Otto and Endress. Lorenz invited me to eat at the Abbott's table. Right. That's right. So, Lorenz is this very fancy lad, if you were not here last time. Very fancy lad. Whose voice I believe I wrote down as, yeah, full-on 3 little pigs from Shrek. So he is a lord. He's visiting to look into a book that he commissioned from the Abbey. And I think he might want to bang us. I'm getting the distinct impression that he wants to bang us. So we need to head to the courtyard of the lavatorium. How does one do that? Oh, no. We're not that close. Yeah, we did a bad job. We did bad here. Okay. As always, highlights from the weekend. Things bringing you joy. Is this courtyard? No, that's cloister. So is the easier to get? It looks like it's sort of kitty corner from us. Should we go through the church or should we go through? I guess the cloister is probably the quickest way. Things bring you joy. Highlights from your weekend. Fun stories. Always welcome. Here's Courtyard Lavatorium. Cloister. Oh, here's the Lavatorium. Oh! Piero. Cracky old man. Andreas, I'm so glad you'll be joining us for supper. Though the circumstances are unusual, to be sure. I won't be able to speak with you. None of the brothers will, but it will be good to have you with us. That's a shame. I always enjoy our talks. Now, the same doesn't apply to you at the Abbot's table. You can talk all you like. Though I wouldn't recommend it. Father Abbot does not look kindly on idle chatter. Ooh, right, we make choices in this game. I hope I don't make a fool of myself. These men are far above my station. I wish you could take my place, Brother Piero. You deserve the honor. Or supper with an abbot and a nobleman. I could get used to this. Definitely one of these last two. I wish you could take my place, Brother Piero. Anyway, I'm sorry for how the prior treated you. It's not fair. It's humiliating. Oh, no, my son. There's no need to worry about me or my pride. And we all need a taste of humility from time to time to keep our feet on this earth. No, Andreas, you are my pride. I cannot claim to have taught you much, but I am proud to have known you and your work. And when you leave all of us at Kirsten Abbey behind, you can call upon your friend Lawrence, the Baron Rothwaldel, to keep you in your career. He's wrong, you know. Ferenc is wrong about you being slow. There's nothing wrong with your style. It's not old just because a nobleman says so. Okay, no, he's 100% correct about him being slow. Like, Brother Piero objectively has been working very slow on this manuscript. The style shit was, yeah, uncalled for. There's nothing wrong with your style. Don't trouble yourself over it. Time passes for us all. Things change. The future will write over the present. You need not fear it. Any of it. So long as you remain true to yourself and God. Now I must hurry to the refectory to join my brothers. I will see you inside. Alright, now I'm a clean boy. Where am I going now? Where do we eat? Is there something called dining hall, or is it some ridiculous horseshit like divine dinatorium? There's a star here. I'm guessing that means, oh, Jesus Christ. Jesus, I'm overwhelmed. Okay, let's not then. Refectory would be where you eat an abbey. Wow, I don't think I said a single one of those words correctly. Refectory would be where you eat in an abbey. Great, let's go to the refectory then. M. Refectory. So it should be literally right here, correct? Yes. Hey, boys. Wow, there's a lot of you. Okay, I'm gonna need to get this ready. Andreas, glad you could join us. Thank you, my lord. Father Gurnet, Father Thomas, Prior Ferenc. Appreciated, Puddleglum. Oh, Simon Peter answered, "You are the Messiah, the Son of the living God." Oh, the Gospel of Matthew. Wonderful. Jesus replied, "Blessed are you, Simon, son of Jonah, for this was not revealed to you by flesh and blood, but by my Father in heaven. And I tell you that you are Peter, and on this rock I will build my church, and the gates of Hades will not overcome it." Have you read Matthew much, Andreas? Do you mean Matthew the Gospel or Matthew this fucking nerd? Because I've read this man for filth, but I don't really touch the Bible very much. No. Some yes, not really, to be honest. Nod head or shake head. I think I'm going to do what I would do in this situation, which is to, like, just take a bite of something for cover and just kind of vaguely nod my head. I will give you the keys of the kingdom of heaven. Whatever you bind on earth will be bound in heaven, and whatever you loose on earth will be loosed in heaven. Huh. Is that archaic? Oh no, bind and loose. Got it. Then he ordered his disciples not to tell anyone that he was the Messiah. Whatever you bind on earth will be bound in heaven. That reminds me, Father Garnot. Have you read anything by Martin Luther? I feel like that came with like a huge like side eye and lean in. Oh wait, Gurnet. Gurnet, I think we did cracking voice. I can't say that I. He has some incredible ideas about the church. Brilliant, I think. My lord. Oh wait, my lord. Is the meal to your liking? I believe I remember you enjoying our quail on your last visit. That was more nasal than cracking. I'll work on it. The quail, my godfather, the quail's fine, but don't you think Luther's ideas are worth discussing? He's talking about the future of the church. He's shaking things up in a way I don't think we've seen before. Father Thomas, you see values in his ideas. Do you not? Oh, fuck. Father Thomas, do we have a voice for you? I'm not sure we've met you yet. No, we do. Oh. My lord, I mean no offense, but I do not. Brother Matthew, yes? How appropriate. What are your thoughts on Luther's attacks on the church's sale of indulgences? Baron, please do not involve the other brothers in this conversation. Fine, fine. What about Andreas? Certainly. A man who attends the same university as Martin Luther can spare some thoughts on his work. What's this say? He's really put me in a difficult position. Ooh. Oh. I need to be quiet. I don't know what else to do. That's Socrates. Why not join a debate? It may bring everyone closer to understanding the truth. Or I think that's supposed to be St. Grobian. To hell with the abbot. If he can't handle a little criticism, he isn't fit to sit at the fancy table. To hell with the abbot. That doesn't seem like the most prudent attitude at the moment. Oh. Oh, am I supposed to choose this actually based on, like, logic and, like, not picking fights and shit? Is that not just a character building moment? Whatever. Narcs. Why not? Where should we start? At the bit. Excellent. Why not start with the 95 Theses? I should probably not switch that one to an F. That should probably be Theses. Enough. Andreas, you should know better. Lord Rothvogel, you are our guest and held in high esteem, but you have worn out my patience. You will not be discussing Luther's work with Andreas, Thomas, Matthew, or with any other brother. I'm not a brother, though. Is that clear? I suppose, Father, 'tis you're happy, but you're taking too much offense at this, and you're too afraid of change. Whether it's from Luther or someone else, reform is coming to the church. You had better accept it. Feels like that ink splatter is a bad sign, huh? What? Neither you nor Martin Luther dictate change to the Holy Church on their whim. This talk is beyond insulting. It's blasphemous. Outrageous. How dare you? I see. I have overstepped my bounds, and I suppose I have ruined everyone's supper. My apologies. In spite of this unpleasantness, I will make good on my manuscript payment and the donation of my copy of Historiae Tassiae. I think we found out last time this is a very thorough history of the area surrounding Tassig. Yes. If you cannot accept what the future will bring, perhaps it's time for you to come to terms with your past. Well, no need to overstay my welcome. Fathers, brothers, Andreas, good night. You're gonna get murdered tonight, I think. That's a shame. Why, Andreas? Why did you engage him? I expect better of you. Now then, I must ask you to leave so I can speak to the brothers in chapter privately. Brother Piero, please accompany Andreas out. I will take my leave as well. Good night. Don't worry about Father Gerd and the Baron. I'm sure it will all be fine in the morning. I hope Father Abbot can see that the Baron's heart is in the right place, even if he picked the wrong time to express himself. Seems unlikely, or I think the Baron should apologize if he wants to be forgiven. That seems unlikely. It may be so, but we must never lose hope. Piero, you better not die. You're my favorite. In any case, I do hope the Baron respects the Abbot's wishes for the rest of his stay. For everyone's sake. Brother Piero, what do you think of Martin Luther's ideas? That is for younger and wiser men than me to decide. I am just a monk, thank God. Good night, my son. Uh-oh, it's sleepy times. It's Compline. That's probably not how that's pronounced. I should get some sleep. But, alternatively... Ooh, is this the relic? A reliquary containing the hand of St. Moritz, which is said to have once held the Holy Lance. Really, it's really pronounced Compline. That sounds like an insult somebody would have thrown at me in middle school. St. Moritz is the patron saint. Yeah, we all know about him. Also called the Spear of Destiny or the Lance of Longinus. Oh, the lance that pierced Jesus' side on the cross. Many legends surround the lance and in several places claim to possess it. Huh. Ain't that cool. Brother Matthew maintains this shrine along with some of the sisters who paint badges for pilgrims. Man, it's creepy in here at night. Let's go. I don't know why I even came in here. Let's just go. Let's just go home. There's a lamp still burning in the guest house. Lorenz must be awake. I wonder how he's doing. And what was he thinking? He's a baron, but he couldn't have expected that to go well. The storm doesn't seem to be letting up anytime soon. I should get back to the Gertners. But let's see if instead... Okay, no. They're gonna be boring about this. Let's get back to the Gertners then. Huh? Oh my god. What the fuck? We all saw that, right? It was a ghost. Uh-oh. Are you? Nope. Alrighty. Welcome to the party, Till. Are you alright, Master Bala? I believe that I may... Oh, right, we're an occultist. We have a background in the occult. believe I may have just seen the physical manifestation of a spirit, or did you see that in the aqueduct? I think so. Let's go with the occultist answer. The ghost? Yes, maybe, or there must be a better explanation than that. Let's go with there must be. Wait, I'm not here to tell you what you saw. Wouldn't be the first time people have seen ghosts around these parts. Have you ever seen one? Usually around the ruins. Who knows how many restless Romans lie beneath those stones. Well, I think I found Johan's last lost sheep. I'm going to head home. Take care, Master Mauler. I will. Thank you, Till. You too. Or good night, Till. You too. Ooh, flower. Irises. Beautiful. Oh, yeah, let's wander into the woods at night. Snowdrops. I was trying to say Moritz. Let's head to... Ooh, enjoy dinner, Puddleglum. Oh, no. No! Pale horse! Pale horse! Still on the floor! Hello? Are you alright in there? Matins! Matins! The pale horse, death! Monastic hour corresponding to 2 a.m. It is used for the night prayer. Sister, listen to my voice. Do you hear me? Do you hear me? Yes. Yes, Father, I hear you. Am I here? Is this now? Yeah. Yes, you are with us, and this is now. I apologize, Andreas. I imagine that must have been quite alarming. Is she alright? She is, yes. Sister Amelie is a mystic, gifted with visions when God sees fit to give her one. Some are more frightening than others. What is she doing here? Does she live in the church? How long has she been here? What is she doing there? Does she live in the church? She lives there, yes. I'm a little surprised you haven't noticed her before. If you came to Mass more often, you would see that I gave her communion through a window to her cell. Thank you, Andreas. That is the same question I had. Her cell? She is an anchoress, a religious hermit so devoted to God that she has enclosed herself in a cell next to the church. She is dead to the world, but continues a life of prayer and religious contemplation. And sometimes, ever so rarely, she receives great and terrible visions. Is she local to Tassing, or was she a nun at Kirsau? Nicer. She came here from a Benedictine abbey in Law of Bavaria after it burned down. I am her confessor and caretaker. Many anchoresses are not literate. I write down her visions to help interpret them. I thought all the monks and nuns at Kirsau could read, even poor brother Volkbert. We've seen Volkbert, yeah. Thank you, Father Thomas. I must rest now. Of course, sister. She seems happy, or it sounds like she's in a great deal of pain. It sounds like she's in a great deal of pain. She is. She feels a pain that is both physical and spiritual. He's slowly turning into Stitch. Her spiritual pain comes from her revelations. They come and go. I try to address them as best I can. The physical pain comes from a deformity in her spine and aching in her joints. I know of no cure for that, save prayer to the Almighty. Sister Amelie was saying she had a vision of death. Could someone be in danger? Oh no, don't rush to vision. Don't rush to judgment. Her visions are divine and powerful, but they could have many meanings. Some of her revelations take years to comprehend. Some may never be understood at all, as God wills it. Still, the argument at dinner... Excuse me. Still, the argument at dinner was quite troubling. Perhaps it has cast a shadow over our thoughts. Now then, the ghost sister appears to have fallen back to sleep. I must prepare for bed myself. Good night, Andreas. Good night, Father. Widow Kemperin is the woman one thinks is a witch, right? Whatever. Let's get back to the Gertners. Which is where? Drucker, Forrest, Zimmerman, Albin, Blacksmith. Excellent. Am I going the right direction? Yes. Hello, Peakies. And we are going, and we're going, and we're going. Gertner House. We are home. What's this? The Picatrix. Oh, yes, we've looked at this already. Let's go to bed. It's getting late. I should get some rest. Let's go to sleep. I'm sure there is other shit we could do around here. This is already going to be a really long game the way we're playing it. Hey, there's where the person dies. There's Mateen. Time to get back to work. It's all right, Ursula. Good morning, what happened? Or good morning, do you need help with Ursula? Good morning, what happened? A storm rolled in during the night. Hasn't let up all morning. Clara and I have been doing all we can in here to keep us all from washing away. Peter and York... Oh, no. Clara was polite and a little British. Peter and York are outside trying to deal with the flooding as best they can. Oh my, is the farm in danger? There's always a danger with this much rain, but we've lived through worse. Whatever happens, it will be as God wills it. We must have faith in Providence and endure what is to come. Oh, I have some food for you. Here. Sorry I couldn't prepare anything more. Didn't Otto ask me to say hello? He's probably courting her. Oh. Let's just be a good friend to him. Thank you. Otto wanted me to say hello, by the way. Oh, he did? Good. Thank you. Have a good day at the Abbey, Andreas. Try to stay dry. Thanks. You too. Good luck. Oh. Okay, well, I guess... Oh my god. That's bad. Andreas. Oh, wait. Peter. Peter. Oh, we never did a voice for Peter. We barely spoke to him last time. Peter, what are you giving me? Andreas. Are you doing all right, Peter? Didn't see the walls broken. Is that from the flood? Some store... Is it always like this? You doing all right, Peter? No, I'm not. Some of our sheep escaped, and I'd rather not spend my morning fixing this damn wall for the third time this year. This is the way it always is. Rain falls on the Abbey and rolls downhill to us little people. Well, it's hard to blame the Abbey for that. That's just how rain works. There's a reason we're down here. They're up there, Andreas. Anyway, I have to get back to this. See you later. Okay. So we're gonna be a coward about this and not go through the water. Wow, this is actually quite restrictive. Hey, Andres. Hello, Andres. Good morning, Andres. So, Otto and Eva, huh? Yes. What about him? Otto has a good eye. I can't fault him that. How is their courtship developing? Doing fine, you think? Come now, tell me juicy details about what's going on between them. I think we've made the choice that we're not flirting with Eva, so come now, tell me juicy details about what's going on between them. I'm not a gossip, Andreas. Otto practically asked me to be his messenger. I'm only trying to understand how things stand. Did he really? Did you just assume the part all on your own? You passed Started picking up poor habits during your time in Tassing, Andreas. Can't be the Gertners. Peter is stern. Maybe the monks talk too much. Well, if you ask me, I think Otto's being a bit too slow about it. Oh? He's old enough already not to be smitten like a boy. And they both like each other. Seems to me if you found the right person, you should go for it. It's what I would do. Where is Mr. Schmidden, if I may ask? Oh, that's a private matter. You just haven't found the right person? No. I do hope to find someone to have at my side as we build a family. God has not given me his blessing. Worry not, it could happen at any moment, Endress, or it may not be as remarkable as people say. Worry not, it could happen at any moment. One hopes so. I must get back to work, Andres. Enough talk. Till later. Alrighty. Oh. Ulrich. I'm running out of voices, y'all. I really need murders to start happening because I need fewer characters that I need to play. God be with you, Andreas. Seems like we have a good spring storm, though. I hope it lets up soon. Good morning. I'm sure it will let up soon. Good morning. It's annoying I have to walk all the way up to the Abbey in this. Good morning. I'm sure it will let up soon. As God wills it. Fucking hell, Agnes now. If I just do Roz for Monsters, Inc., is that going to be too much like Matthew and Peter? Ulrich. I paid Gret for last week's pumpernickel. Sorry to make you wait for it. Good enough. I also feel like some of these we cannot possibly see too many of. Or too much of. Sorry to make you wait for it. It's no trouble at all. Please say hello to Lucky for me. Oh. We don't know Lucky yet. Of course. Now I'm off to home, and then to the Pfeiffers. Good morning, Agnes. What's going on at the Pfeiffers? Elena has about a month to go before her child is due. Her last one was hard. He didn't make it, God rest his soul. Just want to give her the best chance she can have. It is in God's hand. Trust in Providence. Always, Ulrich, but I'll do what I can to help. Why make the Lord do all the work? I must be off now. Good day to you both, and Andreas, stay out of the rain. Tell Helena I will pay for her health. She will appreciate that, Andreas. Thank you. Till later. Do I want to head to the North Town? No. Ooh, kitty. Hey, kitty. Hi, Schlau. What a weird little cat head. Hello. I don't think we have Lucky yet. Father, I've said this before, but it isn't good that the water drains here so quickly. It's affecting the foundation. Needs to be looked at. I understand, but if you dig here, you may be disturbing our bodies decomposing in the yard. Of course, Father, but they're going to be dug back up again anyway. Yes, but why disturb them unnecessarily? It's your church, Father, but you can't put this off forever. The foundation is going to crack. I understand. Perhaps after some of the bones have been moved to the ossuaries. Thank you, Lucky. Good day, Master Marla. Good day, Father Thomas. I didn't mean to eavesdrop. Oh, worry not. Lucky was just reminding me of the dangers of a grave hawk imposed to the foundation. God looks after his flock, but sometimes the pen requires an earthly hand. It will be taken care of. God be with you, Andreas. And with you, Father Thomas, until later. Oh, oh, right, we have to walk all the way across the meadow to get to the church. Hello, Till. Hello there, Master Mauler. Hello, Till. Bumped any ghosts lately? No, not since last we spoke. Good. Have you ever seen a nicer view? Wow, my accents are all over the place tonight. Don't get sights like this in the city, I expect. I could do without the mud on my shoes, but the aqueduct does make a nice silhouette. The other option was don't get so many Roman ruins in Nuremberg. Oh yes, the old Roman ruins. Passing is full of them. Quite the marvels they are. I don't much mind to the writing on them, as I can't read Latin myself. But you might enjoy giving them a look. If you do, you'll have to tell me if they match the old legends I read about. What sort of old legends? The other option was I didn't know you could read, which was the first thought that I had, but also isn't something we need to say out loud. Well, when Father Matthias was abbot, he would let me borrow books from the abbey's library. I think I read through half of that library before Father Garnet became abbot. He and Father Thomas is strict about which books should be read now. Books should glorify God, they say, not discuss the old pagan ways. Still, the accounts of the Romans in Tasking are my favorite. That old book talked about how the Roman knight Gaius Metellus defeated the Rhaetai, I think it was. Heavy snowfalls had him caught in this very valley, barbarians on all sides, when Mars sent a wolf to the night. Mars, the Roman god of war and agriculture. Mars represented civilization and peace through military might. Instead of killing the beast, Gaius followed it to a magical spring with trees covered in all sorts of fruit. Mars provided the wolf in the spring, and Gaius Metellus founded Tasking after defeating the barbarians to honor Mars. That's where this all came from. That sounds a lot like the story Brother Matthew told me about St. Moritz, without the Roman gods, of course. I'm surprised that Kearsall has any record of Tasking before St. Moritz arrived. Good story if nothing else. Sounds a lot like the story we heard. I had thought that. Both were snowed into this valley, weren't they? And saved near spring. Wonder if it's the same story. Oh, I didn't know about all that, Master Mauler. A lot of stories get mixed up over the years. Might be all fable, but I enjoy the story all the same. It's nice to feel you're connected to those who came before you, even if it's only by the land you live on. I'd rather look, wise words, I feel the same. I'd rather look forward to new opportunities, but I do see the value in looking back. I'd rather look forward to new opportunities, but I do see the value in looking back. To each his own, I suppose. It's been good chatting with you, Master Mola, but I'd better get back to work. You let me know if you find any particularly good books in that library, alright? I will. Till later, Till. Sorry I completely dropped your accent. My apologies for that. Martin? Hey, Martin. Yeah. Eat shit, Andreas. Achoo! I should get to the scriptorium. Gurnet will give me an earful if I'm late again. Hi, Klaus. We'll be with you. Oh, I don't think Klaus talked very much last time. I am about to be both sides of an index card in on this. Klaus. God be with you, Andreas. Is God with us? Look at this rain. Are you still preparing to leave even with this weather? You still preparing to leave even with this weather? The weather is unfortunate, but the Baron's wife, Lady Solomia, will be arriving today. My lord intends to depart as soon as she arrives. How long have they been married? 7 years now. She's a fine woman. True lady. I was hoping to bid farewell to the Baron before he leaves. I'm sure he would appreciate that. Spoke highly of you before I went to bed. He's glad you were willing to debate him at supper, even though he's sure the abbot will hold it against you. Well, Luther's work is worth debating, regardless of what the abbot thinks. The abbot is too conservative. I find it's best to ignore him. The Baron is a patron of the abbey. I didn't want to refuse him. Yeah, well, Luther's work is worth debating. My lord certainly agrees, but he hasn't found many people who share that opinion in Tyrol or Bavaria. Tyrol is a county of the Archduchy of Austria in the Holy Roman Empire. It sits south of Bavaria, east of the Swiss Confederacy, and north of the Republic of Venice. Would it be fair to say I found the Baron's favor? Looks like yes. It would. My lord baby gave you a token of his friendship in his absence. He says it's a small thing compared to future commissions, but he hopes that you will wear it with pride. Ooh! Oh, what an extraordinary pin. Please thank the Baron for me. In fact, I'll wear it right now. Many thanks, or I will keep it secure until I have clothing worthy of bearing it. Let's keep it secure. As you wish, of course. Where's your master gone, then? Nope, that was me. That was me, not McCloud. Where's your master gone, then? Went for a walk early in the morning. He didn't say when he'd be back. I hope he returns soon. The rain is turning everything to mud, or that seems odd given the weather. Not odd for him. My lord enjoys hiking in all sorts of weather. Little rain never bothered him. I can sympathize. We Swabians enjoy a good walk through nature even in such conditions. The Baron seems to be quite an unusual man in many ways, or will I apologize for taking up so much of your time? Good luck, Godspeed. I hope you can keep it dry. We're going to go with the Baron seems to be quite an unusual man in many ways. Or maybe so. I only know him as my lord for these last 7 years. That reminds me. Do you see a surly-looking young man in a hat on your way up this morning? Wink, surely you don't mean me. That can only be Martin Bauer. Or I didn't, I'm sorry. That can only be Martin. He ran past me in the meadow as I was walking up the hill. No, this is me again. I keep wanting to make me Miklaus. He ran past me in the meadow as I was walking up the hill. He was in quite a hurry. Oh, that would explain my lord's missing rings. You believe he stole from you? Not from me, no. From my lord. 1 gold, 1 silver, a handful of gold in, and a book the Baron was planning to give to the abbey. It's golden. Gold coins used as currency. Oh, okay. A book? Historia Tassier? I believe so, yes. Went to pack the Baron's things and they were missing. The boy is a known thief. It wouldn't surprise me if he's responsible for the missing rings. That would explain it then. Regrettably, he had an ample opportunity for his theft. Yesterday I caught the boy with the hat, Martin I suppose, peering in through the windows. I could have admonished him at the time, but, well, seemed harmless. That's a shame. I hope the Baron won't be too put out. My lord is a man of some means. He won't miss the gold or the rings. I do think he will be upset about the book. He's quite excited for the abbot to see it. In any case, I must finish preparing the horses. It was good talking to you, Andreas. Of course. Hope this rain lets up soon. Lord willing. Till next time. Until then. Let's check out the guest house now that we know that this is the scene of a crime. Okay, that was a real quick investigation. Real open and shut case, that one, huh? Yeah, okay. I guess we're headed to the Abbey to go to the scriptorium and work on our book. I like how all the animals are a little fucked up looking. Very accurate to medieval art. Yeah, we're headed to the scriptorium. What is a laquarium? Have we looked in here yet? Chill. Let's go through the church. Let's see who's around. Take the scenic route. The crypt, the tower. I think this is going to be, yeah, the dormitory. The Old Bailey. Oh, the Old Bailey is what we need to go through. And onward. What's this? The Prior's house. Or... Guy. Guy. Oh, this is wonderful. The rest of the abbey is soaked and there's not a drop of rain in here. Good thing the abbot had Otto replace the roof to the scriptorium and library last month. With the calefactory next door, we can stay warm while everyone else is cold and wet. Calefactory is a communal warming room in monasteries. Calefactories are usually attached to the cloister, but in Curacao it is part of the old abbey, and therefore connected to the old scriptorium. Keeps the monks warm and the library dry. Instead of bragging about our good fortune, you should think about your brothers and sisters and pray for their health and safety. The abbot's foresight saved a lot of our work and protected what's in the library. The town hasn't fared as well. I'm sure they'll be fine. More importantly, if they're not, I don't care. Brother Guy, your heart is harder than the stone of this floor. Huh. We have the grumpy old monk. But where's the nice one? Brother Piero, haven't you seen him yet today? I did, before Brother Guy arrived. Brother Piero left to speak to the abbot some time ago. What? Why is Matthew ringing the bell? It can't be terse already. I pray it's soon. Such a cacophony is an assault on my frail ears. It's not stopping. I suppose this means we're being summoned to the chapter house. God give me the strength to endure the rain. It's 50 feet, old man. You'll live. God give me the strength to endure this man. It's still not stopping. Sorry, I don't know why I keep wanting to do other people's voices wrong. It's still not stopping. What's going on? This cannot be all because of the storm. I should see what's the matter. This is very much giving the moment in Danganronpa when we find a body. Coming from the cloister. Cloister. Okay, cut through the dormitory. I think something terrible has happened, Master Andreas. Not Piero. Oh my god, who is that? Lawrence? Let's remain silent. Please, Father, where is Brother Florian? Have him come quickly. Be silent, brother. Brother Florian, if you please. I'm sorry, Father. There's nothing to be done. He's dead. Sister Marguerite, calm yourself. Sister Gertrude, please take Sister Marguerite back to the garden. Sorry, writing down voices. And getting another flashcard. God protect us. The Baron was a friend of the Prince Bishop of Freising. Why is he so worried about the Prince Bishop? This abbey is altered more ways than one. its existence offends some in the church. We are far enough from Rome and Mainz that everyone forgets about us, but this could bring unwanted attention. Florian, how easily do you think you could dispose of this body? Father Abbot, what are you saying? Why are you questioning me? Why are you wasting precious time? Do you want to see the soldiers of the Prince Bishop march up our steps and fling your brothers and sisters out of our home? Silence, quiet. Calm yourselves. All of you. Father Abbot, Baron Rothfergel's manservant, is already preparing to leave. Baron's wife should be here any minute in a matter of hours. This is not the time for rash decisions. Yes. Yes, you're right. Forgive me, but then what will we do? We must send the Baron's man to the court of the Prince Bishop in Freising at once. Mother Cecilia, the Baron said the Prince Bishop's archdeacon was in Brunswick, or was it in Innsbruck, for the Imperial Diet. Even better. King Sundu, welcome in. We finally hit a murder. Even better. Swift action will silence any whispers of impropriety on our part. Given the Baron's stature, the Archdeacon will undoubtedly come to investigate immediately. We must cooperate with him fully and pray for a speedy resolution. Ah, yes, good. Thank you, Mother Cecilia. Brother Washlow, please detain Brother Piero in the cellar until the Prince Bishop's man arrives. Wait, what? What? Brother Piero, why? That's absurd. He was caught in flagrante delicto, covered in blood with a knife in his hand. Literally translates to emblazing offense, indicating that an individual has been caught in the act of committing a crime. Father, do you really believe that Brother Piero is capable of such a foul deed? Yes, capable enough when motivated by anger. I had no anger against the Baron, Father Abbot. I simply came across him like this. No anger? Not even for insulting your work and forcing us to give it to Andreas? This is not a subject for debate. When the Prince Bishop's man arrives, we must not be empty-handed. Even if Piero wanted to kill Baron, he's not physically capable of the act. He wasn't angry. Anyone who's in the scriptorium knows that. Even Guy knows that. This feels like the more compelling evidence. Even if Piero wanted to kill Baron, he's incapable of the act. He has an advanced palsy in his hand that affects his fingers. He could barely hold a knife, much less use it to kill someone. If I wanted a medical opinion, I would ask Brother Florian or the respectable Dr. Stolz. I don't. And this is not your affair. It is my affair if you're going to make me part of Brother Piero's supposed motive, or forgive me, Father Gerna, I just don't think that Brother Piero could have done this. Yeah, it is my affair if you're going to make it be part of Brother Piero's motive. My decision stands. Brother Woshlav and I will detain Brother Piero in the cellar until I say otherwise. Brother Florian, please escort Andreas out of the abbey. Andreas, do not show your face here again until tomorrow. Do you understand me? Say nothing. Andreas, listen to me. I sympathize with you. I don't think Brother Piero did this either, but this isn't the time to push the abbot. I'm sure the other brothers and sisters believe Piero is innocent as well, but the abbot is about the Prince Bishop's attention. If you have any recommendations, I'd love to hear them. I have to do something. I can't let Piero die for something he didn't do. I have to do something. I appreciate your passion, but if you pursue this indelicately, you could make matters worse. Take a few hours to calm your mind. You need to think clearly. Go to the Druckers, eat a good meal, and come back at nose. Monastic hour corresponding to 3 p.m., one of the little hours of prayer. We won't have much time, but tap on my window with a small stone and I'll let you in. Let me in for what? To examine the body. Okay, Florian, thank you very much. I should follow Florian's advice and go to the Druckers. Hopefully it will clear my head. Oh, I am off the... Oh, cool. Great. Excellent. All right. And let's head on back to town. Okay, so obviously it wasn't Piero. Who could have done it, though? Martin might have a motive, although it seems unlikely. The abbot certainly has a motive. Hello, Klaus. Good day, Andreas. Back from the abbey already. It's only noon. Andreas, are you alright? No, something terrible's happened. Oh god, what happened? No, forgive me. Come inside and sit down for a minute. Yes, it's been a difficult day. I could use a distraction. I have just the thing then. I'd like your opinion on my latest project. I don't think we've met Marie before. Good day, Andrea. Should I fix you a plate? If it's not too much trouble, I'd appreciate it. I'm always glad to eat your cooking, Marie. And no, I'm sorry, I don't have much of an appetite right now. I don't think we have much of it. If it's not too much trouble, I'd appreciate it. It would be my pleasure. Rain has got everyone's spirits down. Hopefully a good meal can cheer you up. Hello. Hello, Burhole. How are you? Sleepy. Come back to my workshop. I'm going to do a new run of Till Eulenspiegel. There was a printing a few years ago in Strasbourg, but it was awful. Almost bereft of illustrations. What do you think of these new ones? They look wonderful, excellent work. The figures and composition are terrific, but the background is quite dense and busy. Yeah, I would agree with that. The figures and composition are terrific, but the background is quite dense and busy. I would suggest running this in 2 passes with the background elements and the lighter ink to help the characters stand out. That's a fine idea. I'll pass on your compliments to Marie. Are these her woodcuts? They are. The drawings were mine, but she did the block cuts. I've got enough talent to draw the designs, but only she can do the woodcuts and the type. Bless us, O Lord, and these your gifts which we are about to receive from your bounty. Through Christ our Lord. Amen. 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 I'm hungry. Amen. Andreas. Andreas, what were the bells for at the Abbey? They were ringing for a long time. The visiting nobleman, Lorenz Rothvogel, was found murdered in the chapter house. God in heaven! He just rode by here yesterday. Yes, and it gets worse. One of the elderly brothers I work with in the scriptorium, Piero, was accused of the crime. That's awful! A murder in Kurosawa! How could a monk do such a thing? I'm sorry, Andreas. The Baron seemed like an interesting man, and I know he's been a patron of the Abbey for years. How did he die? Could it have been an accident? And does the abbot really believe that Brother Piero killed him? You've always spoken of him in the kindest terms. It seemed like Lorenz had been stabbed, but I don't know. There's a lot of blood around him. There's a lot of blood, but I'd rather not speculate about what happened. I'd rather spare you the details, but it's hard to believe what happened to him was natural. I'd rather spare you the details, but it's hard to believe what happened to him was natural. But no, I can't believe Piero did it. I can't imagine him harming anyone. Oh, don't hold back on my account. I've had children, even helped Agnes deliver a few. I'm not squeamish. Yes, blood. But if it wasn't Brother Piero, who do you think it could have done it? I did see Lucky Steinauer get into a shouting argument with Lorenz just before I walked by your place. Lucky. Good. Why would he have caused to shout at a nobleman? Let's start with the bread. There's probably something else going on that you wouldn't know about, dear. What do you mean by that? I'm not one to trade gossip, but if you really want to know, talk to some of the other women in town. Or Mother Cecilia up at the Abbey. Has something... Why Mother Cecilia? I didn't realize she saw much of Tasling or not thoughtful. It has something to do with the nuns? But would Lucky argue with Lorenz about nuns? Oh, there's no need for that. Lucky is a forthright man. I'm sure if you ask him, he'll tell you what the argument was about. Thank you both. It's good advice. There's something else, though. When Lorenz and I were walking through the meadow, the widow Kemperin came out of the woods. Yes? Well, she cursed him. I'm not surprised. Attilia's late husband, Rannig, ran afoul of Lorenz on his last visit to Dassen. I don't remember the details, but Rannig died just last year, and Attilia hasn't been the same since. Let's do the pasta. Schieffa's always an old bitch, even before Schieffa's old. Klaus! That's enough. She's had to deal with a Job's lot in life. And now she lives all alone at the edge of the woods. There are rumors she's going to lose her property soon. I do pity her, even if she is a bit... to a woman. Welcome back, Puddleglum. I hope dinner's delicious. I hope it is as good as this delightful meal that they put in front of us looks. There should be some exception as the law for her to inherit. That seems like it would be more just, yes? 'Twasn't always this way. I think my great-grandmother inherited this land way back then. Well, if men changed it, they can change it back. You're right, as always, my dear. Enough about Ottilia. Is there anyone else you think may have done it? I don't know if he has any ill intent, but Prior Ferenc has been acting strangely since the day Lorenz arrived. Perhaps an academic disagreement? I know they're both avid readers, both of classics and new works. On his last visit, the Baron bought a book on astronomy from me. I know the Prior has some similar interests. But would the Prior kill someone over a simple disagreement? It's not that outlandish. When I was in university, I saw men throw punches over small academic concerns. What is an opinion for some is a testament of faith for others, and worth killing for. That may be so, but I've never seen that sort of anger in Prior Ferenc. Not even when Gernot was made abbot instead of him. Afterward, he seemed bitter, but never violent. That just doesn't seem to be part of his character. So, Lucky, the widow, and the Abbey Prior, anyone else? There was something strange when we approached the Abbey together. Mother Cecilia was outside with some sisters. Mother Cecilia scowled and took the nuns inside without saying a word. It sounds like they have a history, at least. I don't know why I put a V into that word. I do not know Mother Cecilia personally, but I've never heard anyone speak badly of her. She had cause to dislike the Baron. I must believe she had a reason. Well, Andreas, sounds like there's lots to look into. Thank you for talking to me. I was feeling overwhelmed, or thank you for your care. It's helped me understand how I can help Piero. Thank you for your care. It's helped me understand how I can help Piero. You are always welcome here, Andreas, anytime. Yeah. You are especially welcome with this one. Won't be with you, Andreas. Thank you, God be with you. Thank you, be good until I come back, Bartold. I'll try. I have several leads to follow. Where should I start? I could talk to Lucky Steinauer. He's probably working in front of his house. The widow Kemperin lives south of here, near Franz Bauer. Prior Ferenc is usually at the scriptorium, but I won't be able to talk to him until tomorrow. Speaking of the scriptorium, I should really look at what Ferenc was writing in that book yesterday. Still, nothing would prevent me from talking to Mother Cecilia in the convent, but if I don't attend Brother Florian's examination of the body, he'll have to do it without me. I think we gotta go to... Okay. I think what we need to do now, though, is for sure... Yeah. Okay. I think we gotta go look at this body. I think that's by far the most important thing. As always, for those of you who have come on into chat, first of all, thank you for being here. Second of all, if you have highlights from the week, things bringing you joy, good news, always welcome in the chat. I finished a book today. I finished The Seventh Veil of Salome by Sylvia Moreno Garcia. And I would recommend it. It's very, very good. Andreas, this way. There you are. I'm glad the storm didn't delay you. Now, even though I gave instructions that I was not to be disturbed, we must work quickly. Seeing a corpse up close can be unsettling for some. I hope you're up for it. Well, I'm not sure, but I want to help Piero. I studied medicine for a while in university. We saw dead bodies. I'll be fine. It's all right. I've thrown up enough. I studied medicine. Seeing a dead body is different from examining one directly. Now then, you should probably take notes as we go. They might be useful later. Oh, of course. Oh, possible nudity warning, it seems. I will begin by inspecting his interior, starting with the face and head. No visible wounds. No blemishes. Teeth in good condition. Nothing unusual. Neck, shoulders, and chest are ordinary. I need to clean some blood away to examine the torso. Yes, there it is. Puncture wound between the 6th and 7th ribs. It's fairly shallow, though. I estimate it penetrated only about an inch, and it likely came from his own hand. Wait, he inflicted on himself? How can you tell? But that doesn't sound deep enough to kill him. How he inflicted it on himself? From the angle and depth of the strike, it is as though he were holding it in his right hand as he fell on his side. Okay. You must know that I was not always a monk. I was a mercenary for 10 long years in Poland. My familiarity with wounds comes from my time on the battlefield. I am no true surgeon, but I am the closest Kirsau has. If the wound was that shallow, it doesn't sound like it could have been fatal. It wasn't. Slightly incidental, received while falling on his own knife. He must have some other wound that issued forth all the blood we found in him. Then surely this must mean that Brother Piero is innocent, or who do you think killed him? Who do you think killed him? I don't know, I can't even speculate. All I can do is examine this body and hope that you can figure out the rest. Simply pointing out the implausibility of Brother Piero striking the fatal blow may not be enough to convince the Archdeacon. Brother Piero never should have picked up that knife. I'm sure the appearance of guilt never even crossed his mind. Now then, let's move on. Well, there is a sore on his sex, probably from the French disease. I doubt it had anything to do with his murder. The disease French soldiers received in the brothels of Naples, or I'm not familiar with it. Oh no, we're for sure familiar with it. Yes, how do you know of it? Or we discussed it at university. We discussed it at university. Could be, I think it's both. I think it's a little column A, little column B, but we'll give Florian the good answer. Yes, spread rapidly, even north of the Alps. The treatment is dire as it involves heavy mercury consumption. Anyway, it seems the Baron was not the most faithful husband. Not uncommon among the nobility. I would expect a monk to be more shocked by this. Say nothing. He was a mercenary for years. Moving down. Other than a few blisters on his feet from what I assume are new shoes, there's nothing wrong with his legs. Andreas, can you help me turn him over? Of course. There's a slight irregularity in his spine, possibly from an old injury. I don't think that has anything to do with how he died, though. I spent enough time with nobles, or how could that have happened? I spent enough time with nobles to guess he probably fell off his horse when hunting. Seems like a silly thing to risk your life for, but I'm not one to talk. Whatever the reason, it did contribute to his death. Here it is. A rather dramatic head wound. Oh my god! The dark hair and the blood make it difficult to see, but it's quite bad. In my experience, I've never seen someone walk away from a head wound of this severity. Say nothing. How many head wounds have you seen? I imagine the force of the impact would have to be quite great to crack the skull. Quite right. I see your medical training was not forgotten. I lack the benefit of university study, but the battlefields of Poland and Lithuania did provide an education of sorts. I'd rather be treated by someone with experience than a novice with university education. Why didn't you study medicine in university? I wish I had finished my degree. I could be of more use to you now. I'm going to go with the complimentary. I'd rather be treated by someone with experience. I appreciate your confidence. The wound looks like it was caused by a single powerful blow from a blunt object, probably no more than 4 or 5 inches across. How can you tell? Skull is cracked in a single spot, and there's a clear impression in the skin around it. It would take extraordinary precision to hit the same spot twice unless the Baron were already dead. It's likely he didn't die immediately. How long could he have survived for? I've seen similar injuries in battle. The victims don't last more than a few minutes, but it's an agonizing death. Ooh. Even so, he couldn't have wandered far from where the blow was first struck. So he may not have been attacked in the chapter house. He was either attacked in the chapter house or someplace in the immediate area. Cloister, Big Garden is the Church of Possibility. I mean, the Cloister is right by the... Let's try the Cloister. Yes, that's possible. Cloister connects directly to the chapter house, but there's a high risk of being seen. Anyway, whatever killed the Baron was a blunt instrument of considerable heft. The part that impacted him was likely a little smaller than a fist. I'd say 2 to 2.5 inches around. Perhaps a pig mallet, a joining hammer, or even a round stone 4 to 5 inches across held in the hand. That's specific. Estimating size, distance, number have always come easily to me or shrug. We're an artist who studied medicine. I think it makes sense that we'd be able to clock visuals pretty quickly. Hopefully your talents will help you find the murder weapon in short order. Whoever did this must have caught the Baron unaware. Save the small knife wound, he has no other injuries. Suppose that he was struck, drew his knife to defend himself, and fell on it before Brother Pierre discovered him. So I believe we've discovered 2 important things. Brother Pierre didn't stab the Baron, even if he had, that isn't what killed him, or the Baron was killed by a blow to the head from a heavy blunt object. I mean, those are the 2 important things. Indeed, though it may take more to convince the Archdeacon of Brother Pierre's innocence, and we also know the Baron was killed by a blow to the head from a heavy blunt object. Now you just need to find what caused the blow and learn who struck it. Oh, there is one other item of interest. I found it in the Baron's jacket, but didn't want to open it without you. I don't really know why we flipped him back over there, but whatever. Note of some kind. I trust you to open it more carefully than I would. So that's German? The girl who died and the innocent with her. Ma'in chapter. The girl, what girl and what innocent? One of the nuns, someone from the village, or your guess as good as mine. I think it's probably one of the nuns. I think it's probably Amelie, right? It's been years since any of the nuns have died. Perhaps Mother Cecilia would remember. Can you tell who wrote it? It's definitely someone with a great deal of experience as a scribe, but it can't be Adoc or Guy. It's probably that they're Swiss, maybe German or Austrian. It's a highly refined Gothic German. Let's try that. As good as Adoc and Guy are, I don't think they could replicate this. What really, if not them, who? I intend to find out. Wish you good luck finding the answer. Now I'm sorry to rush you, but I must ask you to leave. Every minute that you stay here is additional writ. Brother Florian, could you open up? It's Werner Stahl, the physician from Tassing. Yes, I'm in the middle of something. Could you return after supper? Afraid I can't wait. Father Gurnet asked me to examine the Baron's body. All right, just give me a moment. Andreas, I need you to hide yourself. Of course. We know why we need to hide ourselves. The abbot very much does not want us here. Is that really... Hi, doctor. A handsome doctor, you say? Dr. Stoltz, I'm so sorry to keep you waiting. Now what you need? The abbot wanted me to examine the Baron's body before his wife arrives. That seems unnecessary at this point, as I've just completed my own examination. Well, then what's the harm in letting me take a look? Dr. Stoltz, with all respect, I finished. The cause of death is clear. If you had arrived an hour ago, I would have no problem with your assistance. I am a university-trained physician. Can examine a corpse on my own without the help of a battlefield sawbones. Must remain hidden. Regardless of your opinions regarding my abilities, the examination is finished. If you insist on inspecting the body anyway, I must insist the abbot tells me himself. What? Making me bring the abbot here is a waste of time. So it's performing an examination on this corp immediately after one was just completed. Idiotic. I'll return with Father Gurnet presently. That was close. Now quickly, leave through the cloister before they return. Of course, thank you, Brother Florian. Think nothing of it. I'll see you tomorrow. Till then. How far is this going to take us? Ugh. All the way to Vespers? Should find someone to eat with. Can't get that note out of my head. The girl who died and the innocent with her. What could it mean and who wrote it? Let's go see if we can get any info from the nuns. Are there any nuns around? Ooh, hello. Hi, kitty. I wonder how many cats they give us to pet. I wonder if there's anything we get for petting them all. Because that, I think, is my new goal. Sister Gertrude dries and stores all of her herbs here. Gertrude's adorable. Garden is well tended. Many petals cinquefoil. It grows so easily, some consider it a weed. Tasking is lucky to have so much woundwort naturally growing. I had to buy it back in Nuremberg. What's back here? Door must lead into the rest of the convent, not for me. Let's see if the prioress is around. Seems not. Okay. I want to be the herbalist. I want to beat Gertrude too. On our next playthrough, we'll be an herbalist. I'm kidding. Ooh, Hildegard of Bingen, Mother Cecilia's favorite. Hildegard. St. Hildegard of Bingen was a Benedictine abbess, visionary, mystic, and prolific writer on a variety of subjects from theology to musical composition to medicine. Oh, cool. Feverfew always seems so fresh. Sister Gertrude is wise to have some in the garden. Okay, so that told us nothing. We can't go into the church. I'm guessing we probably can't go into the infirmary either, right? Yeah. So let's check out the shrine. What's going on in here, party people? Oh, wow. Look at all the nuns. Hi, Marguerite. Master Mahler. Yes, it's me, sister. Do you think Brother Piero really murdered the Baron? No, of course not. Oh, then why did Father Abbot have him put in the cellar? I don't know the answer to that, Sister Marguerite. I'm sorry. Father Abbot is afraid of what will happen if we can't figure out who the killer really is. Father Abbot is afraid of... The Abbot was afraid of what will happen if we can't figure out who the killer really is. Do you think the devil could appear here at Kirsau? Okay, weird question. Yes, I suppose. Why or no? I think people see the devil where they want to see him. No, I think people see the devil where they want to see him. I didn't see the devil, but I think I smelled his odor. Oh. That's an interesting thing to say. My good friend Marguerite. Last night I heard something I smelled something in our dormitory. It was strange, moss and sulfur mixed with frankincense and roses. I moved through the room. I wanted to scream, but I was too frightened, and then it was gone. I'm ashamed that I didn't cry out, but I didn't know what to do. I don't know that I would have done any better, sister, or did any of the other sisters smell it? Did any of the other sisters smell it? I don't know, but I think they were all asleep. Thank you, Sister Marguerite. God bless you, Master Mailer. Let's talk to Lisbeth. God bless you, Master Mailer. Okay, nothing. Hi, Gertrude. God bless you, Master Mailer. Okay, that tells me nothing. Sophie. God bless you. And Matilda. Oh, Matilda has news. God bless you, Master Mailer. Sister Matilda, how are you doing? Mother Cecilia doesn't like us talking to men when it's unnecessary to perform its work. Ah, forgive me. Sorry to bother you. Thank you, Master Mailer. All right, so that was not nothing, actually. The convent dormitory. What would be going on at the convent dormitory last night? Okay, so apparently there is an option. Okay, so we've got some options here. Huh. So it feels like we should try to talk to have dinner with either Lucky or the widow. Let's see if we can find Lucky. He's at his house north of the town commons. What is this? So many options for a meal. So many great places to eat in Tassing. It's a real city on the rise, Tassing is. Church and the Druckers. What is Lucky's last name? Steingauer or something like that, right? Oh, these are alphabetized. Lucky Steinauer. Okay. So not Drucker. Town Commons. So north should be, I feel like. Glory Petschlau. Steinauer House. Let's see if we can get a meal with these folks. Hey, Lucky. Andreas? Oh, wait, no. Lucky had a voice. Good day, Lucky. Do you have a moment to talk? Make it quick. I was wondering if I might break bread with you and Agnes. We've never shared a meal. I don't see why not. Agnes will be glad to have you. Is now good? That would be great. Let's not keep her waiting then. Bless us, O Lord, and these your gifts, which we are about to receive from your bounty. And we pray you keep safe the souls of the two innocents who rest at your side. They are dearly missed. Through Christ our Lord, amen. 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 Two innocents. You're looking tired, Agnes. Did Elsa keep you up late? Did I write down a voice for Agnes? Yes, I did. I don't mind it. She needs the support, and I'm happy to give it. Someone has to look after the woman of this town, and Werner hardly cares to. Is Elsa the miller's wife? You don't care for the doctor. Is Elsa the miller's wife? Married to Lenhart Mueller, yes. I'm surprised you haven't met her yet. Wow, the miller's hot. Did something happen to her? You don't care for the doctor. Did something happen to her? She lost a child a few weeks back. She was overjoyed when she finally quickened, but her bleeding returned soon after. It has been difficult for her, but she has been through it before. She will make it through it again. Yikes. Do we want the ravioli? Let's start with the bread. She is strong. She is strong in her love of Christ and her love of her husband. She does dote on him, though Lenhart hardly deserves it. Why is that? The miller is not a kind man. Not to the peasants and not to his wife. Spreading rumors is not Christian behavior, Agnes. It's hardly a secret. The man has power in this town, and he makes certain we all know it. Take it as a caution, Andreas. Don't get on the miller's bad side. His unkindness is doubtless what's caused her bleeding, or what? Tassing's miller has no power over me. Let's go with his unkindness. Elsa's imagination must be protected against troubling experiences. A mother's spiritual well-being is just as important as physical health. I have tried to tell Lenhart the same, but I am just a village midwife. I'm afraid my opinion is not worth much to a man like him. Don't trouble yourself, Andreas. She has her son, Paul, for comfort. He is a sweet boy, and he adores his mother. If he is all the Lord grants her, she will still be blessed. The best thing we can do for Elsa is care for her as neighbors like Christ tells us to. She isn't the only one in Tassing who struggles in her marriage. Even my Brigida has trouble. Oh. Brigida Bowron, is she your only daughter? Our only living child, yes. God rest their souls. We should never have agreed to their marriage. She deserves better than Martin Bauer. She loves him, Lucky, and she had to marry sometime. What could we do? Found a man who isn't such a useless shit. At least we got Wolf out of it. I'll make sure he grows up solid. He'll become a great stonemason. Oh my god, wait, hold up. Hold up, wait a minute. Look at him. Look at Wolf. What a perfect little bean. Just like his grandpa. Let's have the ravioli next. Now, why don't you tell your Andreas about your work? Why don't you tell Andreas about your work at the Abbey? You said you found something strange in the building. Strange how? Ah, that. I was repairing a cracked wall down in the crypt. The Abbey used to be a Roman fort, you know. I bumped into a relief of the Virgin and a door slid open. Was the damnedest thing. That must be how the nuns get to the library, or where did it lead? That must be how the nuns get to the library. The layout of the scriptorium and library never did add up to me. Doesn't look right, does it? No room for a staircase, but the nuns have to be getting up there somehow. Anyway, stuck my head up through the trapdoor, and one of the nuns screamed. You didn't tell me that part. I felt bad for scaring them. You must have frightened Sister Illuminata half to death. I doubt Sister Dana minded. She's not exactly afraid of men. I'm sure they're mine. Who doesn't enjoy a thrill from a strange man now and then? Let's do the joke. Andreas, you cad. I probably should knock first. Never know what you'll find behind a closed door. Speaking of work, I should get back to it. Still lots to fix after that storm. It was lovely having you, Andreas. Take care, Agnes. Lucky, thank you for your hospitality. See you around the Abbey, I expect. So, that didn't tell us shit. Let's hop on over to map, see if there's any indication of where we can go. It looks like the only real option is the Gertner farm. That's interesting. Can we get there? There's a little investigate icon in the library of the church. If we can get to the church. But are they going to let us walk all the way to the church in the middle of the night? They might. He might just go all the way. Not the guest house. Not necessary right now. Yeah, I think they're going to let us get into the library. Nope. Matthew is the Abbey Circuiter. If he sees me, he'll kick me out. Circuiter, monk responsible for making rounds of the Abbey to make certain everyone is where they're supposed to be, doing what they're supposed to do. I have to keep outside until he's passed. Good thing he can't see well. Okay. Where is... I wonder what Brother Prior Frank was doing with this book. From the Library of the University of Five Churches, the Hungarians call it PEX. That's where Ferenc is from. Doctor of Theology, George of Gran. Did Ferenc steal this? A text on astronomy, it looks like. I'm not familiar with it. Sloppy bookhand. Couldn't have been produced by an abbey of note. Bastard script, Burgundian, Flemish, not from here and not recently. That's definitely Ferenc's handwriting between the lines and margins. Is he notating the text for the university in PEX? Is he notating the text for his personal use? Is he notating this? I think is he notating the text for his personal use? It's a thorough commentary. What's this? It looks scribbled not like Ferenc to be so sloppy. He didn't even let the he didn't even blot the ink dry. Libra, Capricorn, Aries, all astrological symbols. What's written below? Maybe I should have learned Greek at some point. I can't make any sense of this. Wait, the Vowel I found also has Greek letters on it. They must be connected, but how? The outer ring of the Vowel is marked with alchemical symbols, but this cipher has astrological symbols. There's something I'm missing. I suppose I'll figure it out in time, but I'll copy this down now to reference later. That library still has an investigate symbol. He said he was working down underneath the church, so maybe we need to go down to the crypt. The foundations of the abbey were built when the Romans occupied this land, not long after the death of Christ. These tombs go back centuries all the way to the founding of the abbey. Abbot Dietrich from the height of Kearsarge's power in the 4th century. Those days have long passed. And here's this relief of the Virgin Mary. Lovely relief of the Virgin Child. Shame it's hidden down here. No, that's nothing special. That was it. Now what? If I go up these stairs, it's going to take a while to find the records I need. I'll lose some time tomorrow morning unless I turn back now. I think let's enter the library. What's this? De Arabis Cambriae on the herbs of Wales. The writer is Cadphalis of Salopia. I don't believe I've heard of him. Interesting. He writes about butcher's broom. The Greeks used it to aid with urination and defecation. Would be the first thing a medieval person would write about, yeah. This author claims it can also help with the reduction of swelling. He seems to be speaking from experience. Wonderful hidden treasure for the abbey. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Okay. Ah. What do we have here? A bifolium taken from a larger text, the Mysteria Astra. Not familiar with it. Some sort of astronomical text. Seems rudimentary, explaining the connections between astrological signs and the elements and their basic relationship to alchemy. Each sign is governed by one of the 4 elements. Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces are the water signs. Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo are earth signs, and so on. Cuts off there. The next page is about something else entirely. Sister Illuminata must be trying to reconstruct the larger text. Given the dramatically different context of the following page, the choir this bifolium come from must have been assembled improperly. Those 2 pages were interesting enough, I suppose, but quite basic. Wait, that's the connection between the astrological symbols. There we go. On Ferenc's cipher and the elemental symbols on the Vowel. If I turn the wheel to the element that matches the sign, I can decipher the note it left. Excellent. What's this? This is most curious. Historia de Labyrintho Libro. Account of the Labyrinth of Books. I wonder what text would be hidden in such a place. That must be metaphorical. You need an extraordinary amount of books to actually build a labyrinth. It appears to be a quite complicated story. Wonder what secrets could be hidden in such a place. I'll have to see if I can borrow the book when I have some free time, if Illuminata allows it. This looks promising. The familiars of the Sisters of Kearsau Abbey, yes. Mother Catherine was the first to enter records, it looks like, almost 50 years ago. Sister Hildegard from the Goldrick family in Ravensburg, quite wealthy. Looks like she became the prioress after Mother Catherine. Sister Cecilia Adelheid. Oh, this is Mother Cecilia's record. Wait, she's from the Welser family? They're one of the most powerful families in Augsburg. Looks like her family donates a lot of money to Kearsau every year. More than my family season 10. Sister Gertrude from Hoff, the herbalist, yes. Her father's an apothecary, that explains it. Matilda Oblate, yes. We've met her. The nun cellarer. She comes from Kempton. Appointed official in monastery, responsible for maintaining food supplies and for maintaining the grounds. Merchant family, they donate pigments to use in the scriptorium. Quite thoughtful. I have to thank them if I ever get the chance. This note says Sister Matilda left the abbey for several months. I wish she'd go to a hermitage. Seems strange that she's the only entry with such a note. The date's 3 years ago. This was just before Father Matthias died. Which means it was around the time Baron Rothvogel visited. I should ask Sister Matilda about this. Maybe Mother Cecilia as well. Oh, this should be interesting. Sister Illuminata. Named Angeline from the Capocci family in Perugia. It looks like they have some connection to Kearsau through an old abbot, Rudolph. Her family donates money to the abbot every year as well. Did I miss something here? No, looks like we're okay. Sister Sophia. Sophie from Biersitz. Her family is poor, but they donated flour. Lisbeth Oblate, she's from Utrecht. An oblate is someone who is, or oblate, I'm probably mispronouncing that, according to the rules of living there, but who has not taken vows. Not sure if that's going to be relevant. Oh. Okay, she's from Utrecht. Stand by. It looks like she had an eventful life before coming here. Married with a child, both died. Oof. Her merchant family has some connection to Kearsau through the Kaufmanns of Rothenburg ob der Tauber. Free imperial city and homes to several holy chivalric orders and monasteries. The city was a gathering point for pilgrims, Catholic and Protestant alike. Okay, so theory is that... Okay, part of me thinks that if she left right after the Baron visited, she might have gotten pregnant when the Baron visited. And if she's an oblet, she's an ooblet. If she's an ooblet, then that wouldn't be a violation. Oblate, got it. That wouldn't be a violation of any vows. It would just be a scandal. Margareta Oblate. Sister Marguerite. Oh, the blind girl who assists Gertrude. She went blind because of failed surgery on her cataracts. Oh. Wealthy peasant family, they donated wool and a pasture in Krimmel. And Sister Zdena. Sister Zdena, this should be good. They donate a fortune to the abbey. No wonder Mother Cecilia and the abbot let her behave as she does. Okay. And down the drawer we go. Down the stairs we go. Uh-oh. What in the what? Shit. I'll break for the stairs. They can't possibly catch me. I'll talk to them. We can work this out. We'll come to an understanding. All right, I just need to wait for Rudiger and Matthew to leave. Just a little patience. What am I going to do now? Just wait for them to finish, then leave? It can't take that long, can it? You should speak with them openly in good faith as men of reason, or run for it. Go, go, go. Let's try this and see how he reacts. It could go badly. We're both in an awkward position. I'll have to choose my words carefully. I think let's break for the stairs. What's that noise? I need to get out of here. Shit, they're catching up. Oh, this is bad. Oh, I can actually make him go faster. Too close, too close. Shit. This is a dead end, I'm just realizing. Okay, looks like we're okay. I made it. Could they tell it was me? Christ, my leg. Yeah, so series of bad decisions there. Uh-oh. And, oh, it's not morning. It's the middle of the night, Ursula. What are you doing up here? Snap. I see. Ah. Would you like me to tell you a story? Will that help you sleep? How about the black cockerel that terrorized the city with a single egg? Or let me tell you the story of the little girl who wanted... How about this black cockerel that terrorized the city with a single egg? You know how your brother Big Yor keeps his hens to lay eggs? Well, in the city of Basel, there was a black cockerel that didn't belong to anyone. Just strutted up and down the streets and scared little boys and girls, pecking at them when they got too close. Cockerels can't lay eggs, but this one did right in the middle of town. And the people were scared because that could only mean one thing. The cockerel had laid a basilisk egg. The basilisk is half cockerel, half snake. Everything it touches, or even looks at, withers and dies. The wealthy people of Basel used mirrors so they didn't have to look directly at the cockerel. They tried to reach the egg before it could hatch, but no matter how they tried to get to the egg, the cockerel pecked at them and beat them back. When the basilisk finally hatched, the people prayed to God for salvation, and with the hour, a knight with a shining shield rolled up, and that's why basilisk statues are all over Basel. Everyone's a critic. I should find someone to eat with. Alrighty, let's see here. Oh, so many options. Is there anyone to eat with at the Abbey? There is. Part of me wonders if we shouldn't head back there. I think let's go see if we can get breakfast with the widow, though. Hey, Clara. Hello, Andreas. It's nice to see you out and about. Morning, Clara. Keeping busy? Always. It's not the washing, it's the cooking, the mending, the tidying. Oh, I'll lose my head if I... something. And that's where we get to the wool. Ah, goodness, all about wool. Wool? We sheared the ewes last week to prepare for the lambing. You remember the bleating, I'm sure. How could you forget? My ears are still ringing. Now the wool's all washed, and we've got a pile of spinning to get through before the lambs are born. Ah, where will we find the time? Who does the spinning? You? Or that sounds like a lot of work. Surely you have some help. Oh, yes, sometimes more than we need. Many of the women in Tassing lend a hand, so it goes quickly. Many hands make light work, eh? Do you enjoy it? You have so many sheep, it sounds laborious, or even baby Ursula. Even baby Ursula? Oh, we give her a little wool to play with, but she's too young yet. Not for too much longer, though. My mother taught me to spin when I was still in soft shoes. Never had much of a hand for spinning, so I enjoyed the company more than the work. It's rare so many of the women in town are in the same room together. We share recipes, stories, hardship, friendship, you know. And maybe a little bit of gossip, too. Are men allowed to observe, or you almost know quite a lot about the goings-on in Tassing? You almost know quite a lot about the goings-on in Tassing. We know some, it's true, but Johann Bauer is there to watch over us, so things can't get too rowdy. Oh, Andreas, you should come by. I like that, thank you. Everyone will be glad to see you, I'm sure. We meet at Johann Bauer's house. Please come by in the morning or afternoon and speak to Johann. Should get back to my labors, but it was lovely to see you, Andreas. Take care. Be well, Clara. Oh, Andreas, I'm a task. Would you care to join us for a meal? Perhaps another time, Clara. Because we need to go talk with a witch. Also, I don't think we've met Johann right now, and I don't feel like coming up with another voice. Actually, you know, Franz. Hey, Mala. You seen my son? I saw him running from Abbey Thursday morning, actually, or not today. Has something happened tomorrow? I saw him running from the Abbey Thursday morning. That fucking rat. That layabout was asleep when I went into the fields. He told his mother he was sick. He say anything to you? Like where he was going? He told me to eat shit, actually. God damn it. How many times have I told him? Must be his mother's influence. Sure shit didn't learn that behavior from me. You see him again, will you tell Kat? It's driving me crazy about it. What's got her worried? There ain't a thing in this world that doesn't worry my wife. Martin's no exception. Boy's always running off, always comes home too. Doesn't stop her getting hysterical about it. I'll let Kat know if I run into him. Good. Till later, Mother. Till then. Oh, forgot to ask, you hungry? Want to eat with the family? Let's do perhaps another time. I thought you were going to include the widow here. Is this her house? Woodcutter rings are quite curious. Yeah, this is Attilia's. You want something? Oh, wow. Okay, so you really aren't an option. You want something? This must be Rannick's cane. It's strong, sturdy, and here, the head is broken off. Break looks recent. Could Attilia have used this cane to kill Lorenz? Attilia, your husband's cane is broken. Do you remember how that happened? How should I know? Everything in here is broken and falling apart. Head broke off at some point. I don't remember how. Let's remain silent. Bah. Huh. Okay. Let's check the little journal. The widow's curse. I need to find out why she hated him so much. I found Randy Kemper's old cane. I should see if I can learn how it broke. Wow. Okay. A lot going on in that book. Let's try chatting with Kat. Hi, Kat. I haven't met you yet. So for today, because we only have 10 minutes left, you're going to sound exactly like I do. Hello, Mr. Mailer. I'm sorry to cause you trouble, but have you seen Martin recently? He wasn't feeling well, so I let him sleep until prime. but when I came to check on him, he was gone. I saw him Thursday morning. He ran through the meadow while I was on my way to the Abbey at Prime, but he said he was sick. What was he doing in the meadow? He hardly ever goes out there. It always makes him sneeze. He seemed to be running from the Abbey. I'm not fucking defending Martin. Why do you ask? He has a history of making poor decisions, like stealing. Baron Rothvogel's manservant believes Martin may have stolen some of the Lord rings. Lord have mercy. That must be where he's gone to sell them. Oh, Martin, how could you? Do you know where he's likely to have gone? Last time he ran off, it was to Innsbruck. But I don't know. He could be anywhere. What if he's attacked on the road? I'm sure he'll be all right, Cap. Pray to God that you're right. I'm sorry, that's not your trouble. Thank you for speaking to me. Was there something else, Cap? I don't want to impose, but if it won't be too much trouble, please let me know if you see Martin. I'm so worried for him. Of course, Cap. Thank you, Master Mailer. Be well. I meant to ask, would you care to join us for a meal? Perhaps another time, Cap? I don't know. You're still kind of my front runners. But the fact that the widow isn't going to be there has me a little like, eh. Let's go talk to Sister Matilda. If she's going to be in the convent garden during the day. Is there a little investigate mark there? There is not. I'm still going to go try it. Is this the day? Is the morning the day? Do we count that? I mean, theoretically, she should be off eating somewhere, right? There's Gertrude. There's Matilda. God bless you, Master Mailer. May I ask you some questions, Sister Matilda? You know Mother Cecilia doesn't like us talking to men unless it's truly necessary. This concerns the murder of the Baron. Yes, it's tragic, but what does it have to do with me? Why did you leave Kiersau to go to a hermitage? Baron Rothvogel had an appetite for young women. Neither his marital vows nor the vows of the women seemed to matter much to him. When I was on my way to town one day, he surprised me in the meadow and made his interest clear. I refused his advances. I thought that would be the end of it. It was not enough because he did the same thing the next day. I refused him again. Let's just let her finish. I thought if I was patient, the problem would leave with him. I never thought that the Baron was capable of doing what he did. On the third day, he attacked me on my way through the meadow. He dragged me into the forest where he could have his way with me. I managed to badly scratch his neck. It saved my virtue, but it enraged him. He beat me until he was exhausted and left me there in the woods. Jesus Christ. Mother Cecilia had me removed from Kiersau for my safety until I could recover. The wounds to my body have healed, but the attack has left a lasting injury in my mind. I have to say, this sounds like a strong motive to kill the Baron. I was angry. I was filled with hate, yes, but it's been years. Mother Cecilia and Father Thomas helped me move past the anger to find love in this community. Father Thomas? Yes, Father Thomas is our confessor. We can talk to Mother Cecilia about our problems, but only a priest can hear our confessions. Sister Matilda, did you receive a strange note recently? Yes, how'd you know? Baron Rothvogel received one. What did it say? Here, look for yourself. Remember what he did, the violence you suffered, the red bird flies, Matins chapter. Rothvogel, the red bird. I found it in my bed in the nun's dormitory. You can keep it if you'd like. In your bed? Who could have put it there? The only people allowed beyond the garden are the sisters. I can't imagine any of them making this. Mother Cecilia and Sister Illuminata have beautiful handwriting, but both of them have been so kind to me. Thank you for your time, sister. God bless you, Master Mailer. Let's go see who the eating options at the Abbey are. Is Cecilia around, actually? It might not be the worst idea to talk to Cecilia at this point. Yes. Okay. Hey, Cecilia. God bless you, Andreas. God bless you, Mother Cecilia. I might have a voice for you. Yes. Is there something I can help you with? I need to talk to you about Sister Matilda. Matilda told me. Of course. What happened to Sister Matilda was tragic. Lorenz, the Baron, tried to seduce Sister Matilda. She rebuked him several times. So one morning he attacked her in the meadow on her way to town. He dragged her into the woods. Sister Matilda is a strong woman, but her resistance was met with violence. When pilgrims to the shrine found her, she had been beaten so badly she could barely move. I'm assuming the Baron didn't suffer any consequences for this attack. No, I knew he wouldn't. I also knew that bringing the attack to the attention of Father Matthias would put him in an impossible position. The Baron would suffer no consequences, but the abbot would have refused his continued patronage. Concealed the assailant's identity from Father Abbot and had Sister Matilda taken to a hermitage near Mittenwald, a small municipality known for its transalpine routes between Augsburg, Innsbruck, and Milan. Massive amounts of coin and trade pass through Mittenwald each year. She stayed there under the care of her sisters until she recovered and could return. You really don't think the abbot would have taken action against the Baron? How did Sister Matilda feel about seeing the Baron again at Curacao? She deserved better than be shuffled away to a hermitage. Let's ask, you really don't think the abbot? No, I'm positive that he would have. In doing so, he would have jeopardized the existence of this community. Try to understand how hard it is for my kind to believe that any man, especially a noble man, will be held accountable. I'm not proud of what I did, Andreas, but what's done is done. How does Sister Matilda feel? Andreas, if you want me to tell you that I think Sister Matilda killed the Baron, I won't. Seeing him was hard for her, of course. She defended her virtue from the Baron, but her injuries were severe. Body recovered her mind. I don't know if it ever will. She still fights him. In her dreams. She wakes in the night screaming, soaked in her own sweat. So it affected her, yes. It still affects her. That doesn't mean she wanted to kill the Baron. Certainly doesn't mean she actually did. Sister Matilda is a faithful servant and friend of Christ. I believe that, truly, Andreas. She's respected and beloved by this community for good reason. Very well. Thank you, Mother Cecilia. Andreas, if you want to thank me, do not mention Sister Matilda to the Archdeacon. I do not believe she could have done this. Just because you believe it doesn't mean it's so, of course, or that is for the Archdeacon to decide. Of course. I don't think Matilda did this either. If Piero wasn't strong enough to do it, Matilda's probably not strong enough to do it. Although, I don't know. She's strong enough that she fought him off once. But also, if she did it, I don't blame her. Damn. I sure hope Matilda didn't do it. Now, does this lead? Yes, this leads to the cloister, not the infirmary, so let's hop on in here. Yeah, the Baron was clearly a piece of shit. And, like, we got along with the Baron, but... Can we hear in the refectory? Is this an option? No. Oh my god, is that Piero? No, it's Adok. Hey, Adok. You have nothing to say to me. Volkbert, do you have anything interesting to say? This could be interesting. Andreas? Yes, Brother Matthew? How'd you sleep last night? How did you sleep last night? You look a little rough around the edges. I slept fine, actually, though. Thank you, though. What do you mean? Or do you really want to make something out of this? Do you really want to make something out of this? If you saw someone where they weren't supposed to be, one might ask where you were when you saw them there. God bless you, Andreas. Until later. Hey, guy. You're a piece of shit. Do you have anything useful to say? No. Alright, so I'm guessing the meal option here is... Father... What is it? Sabat? Shabbat. Sabat. Andreas, I'm sorry about what is happening to Brother Piero. I do not know him well, but I could find it hard to believe that he could have killed the Baron. He didn't. I'm going to figure out who did. Do you have any idea who might have done it? Did you see anything? Sadly, no. Most mornings I spend my time reading in the courtyard, but the rain made that impossible. And although the brothers are friendly, I do not know them well enough to speculate. I'm sorry. I know it might be far from your mind, but have you considered my offer to eat with you and the townspeople? The gospel says that man cannot live on bread alone. From time to time, a little bread is required. I need to continue looking into the Baron's murder, perhaps later. Of course, I'll talk to Gret and see who she wants to come along. Not now, but perhaps later. I need to continue looking into the Baron's murder. Of course, I understand. God give you health. Till later. Ooh, I do feel a little bit bad about that one. But I think we have a winner. I think let's go eat with Franz's family and see if he can give us any insight into the widow. Actually, he might have straight up seen something. Oh my god, there's a bloodstain here. This bloodstain is awful. It must have been left by the Baron before he died, but how? Dance of Death mural. Father Matthias had it painted a few years before his death. It's beautiful. Artistic allegory on the constancy of death. Illustrations often feature people from every station of society to communicate that death inevitably claims everyone from the peasant to the emperor. We also need to find a murder weapon. That's a really good question. How did that blood get on the wall? I know I said let's go eat dinner with Franz and his family. Or eat breakfast with Franz and his family. And then just proceeded to walk around for several minutes, but... Let's go eat with Franz and his family now. Who's in the guest house also, though? Let me check that real quick. Last thing. And then, unless this... whoever this is it McClaus? Oh, no. Lady Salamea's here? What is this? Alert to the Baron from Prior Faring. My god, Lorenz was blackmailing Faring to get him to perform some kind of occult ritual. It's one thing to read books on magic, but few are foolish enough to attempt to actually practice what's written in them. No wonder Faring was so unsettled. Some of the substances used in this ritual are dangerous, even lethal. And God forbid someone in the Inquisition finds out about it. Oh, that's huge. Hi. I feel like I should talk to you. Ah, Master Mailer, would you care to share dinner at my table? I'd like to talk to you about my late husband. I think we might have a winner. Also, I'm going to go pet this dog because he's perfect. Hi, Furshen. That was a good one. Can we talk to this lady in waiting? No. Okay. I think actually having dinner with, or lunch, whatever meal this is with Lady Salamea is going to be the winner. Of course, please lead the way. Thank you. Please sit. Bless us, O Lord, and these your gifts, which we are about to receive from your bounty. Through Christ our Lord. Amen. Amen. I find myself rather out of place here, without the comfort of the Baron. Thank you for agreeing to share a meal with me, Master Mailer. Of course, the honor is mine. You're welcome to any comfort you may find in me in this difficult time. You must have been staying nearby to arrive here so quickly. You must have been staying nearby to arrive here so quickly. You're an observant man, Master Mailer. Indeed, I was staying in Innsbruck while my husband visited the Abbey. Let's start with... Oh, do we only have 2 things in this one? The bread and the quail? It's fine. We'd meant to take a tour of the Alpine towns before returning to our home in Worms, but... Well, return we shall. I'm sorry for your loss, my lady. This sorrow is just the first of many, I'm afraid. Are you married yourself, Master Mailer? Not yet. There's so much of the world I've yet to see. If you take my meaning, a woman waits for me in Nuremberg. When I finish my work here, we will be wed. No, in truth be told, I'm not looking forward to the prospect. A woman waits for me in Nuremberg. I know where Nuremberg is. Thank you, game. Do you not look forward to the responsibilities of marriage, Master Mailer? Perhaps it's no surprise you and Lawrence became best friends. I imagine he saw something of himself in you. Do you mean to say you knew of his excursions? We shared a passion for the finer things, or I hope I should meet a more peaceful ending. Do you mean to say you knew of his excursions? Master Mailer, very little of a husband is mysterious to his wife, no matter what he may fool himself into believing. Lorenz was a flawed man. His various infidelities were no secret to me. But are we not all flawed before Christ? Let's have some quail. I left him as a wife should properly love her husband. But I would not say that we were friends. Only I hope his appetites are not what led him to his end. Been searching for the answer to that quandary myself. Were you and Lorenz so close that you would trouble yourself so? My motivation is personal. I fear the abbot and the archdeacon will be led to inaccurate conclusions by circumstantial evidence. That one. My mentor brother Piero was found with the Baron's body, but I do not believe he killed your husband, but the situation is more complex than it appears. My mentor brother Piero. If not him, then who? I don't wish to speak out of turn. I see. Well, I suppose it shouldn't surprise me that my husband made his share of enemies. He was a man of many opinions, and he gave them freely, to all who would listen, and some who would not. Previous abbot, Father Matthias, seemed to appreciate that about him. This new abbot is perhaps more conservative. Father Matthias was an open-minded man, from all I've heard, true scholar. Father Gurnet doesn't share Matthias's passion for the written word, yet endures the expense of it. To be put in such a position would make any man unhappy. I understand. I wonder what he will make of Lorenz's gift to the abbey. Wait for her to continue. He had found a book about the history of Tassing. He believed it contained some scandalous details. He said it corroborated fears Father Matthias had expressed, but he didn't share the particulars with me. Do you have a sense of what the scandals involved? Beyond the broad basket of Tassing's history, I cannot say. My understanding is that this community is quite old. Sorry I can't be of more help. I have some education, but I lack my husband's thirst for knowledge. If we find the book, hopefully its significance will be apparent. If God wills it. Do you plan to stay in Tassing long? Only so long as it takes the Archdeacon to investigate my husband's murder. Though the circumstances of my time here are dire, I'm in no hurry to return. Why is that, if I may ask? I see a glimmer now of what Lorenz saw in you. You're a disarming man, Master Mailer, and much easier to talk to. You're not the first to tell me so. That does not surprise me. To be frank, I do not know what will become of me when I return to Worms. My title and residence may be in jeopardy. Lorenz and I have a son, but he is young yet. I don't know many of the legalities, only that my position is at some risk. You're in a difficult position. I will pray for your happiness. I suspect you'll survive just fine. Lord willing, Master Mailer. I'm sorry to cut our conversations short, but I fear I must rest. Thank you for having me at your table. Be well, Master Mailer. And whatever anyone says of my husband, I'm certain he appreciated your friendship. All right, we got one day left before Piero goes down for something he absolutely did not do. Let me do a quick check. I assume we just saved? Yep. Excellent. We are all saved up, so let's call it for this week. We are done. It is time to end our Mystery Mondays. Thank you all so much for spending a little bit of your Monday here with me. I really appreciate it. This is a weird game. I'm super into it. I'm glad some of you have had a little fun over here. We are going to go ahead and raid on over into, let's see who's live, shall we? Ooh, wow. A lot of people live at the moment. We are going to go ahead and raid on over into, yeah, I think this is appropriate. We're going to go ahead and raid on over into Rogan 27's channel. Someone I do not know especially well, but I encountered them while hanging out in Stephen Joy's channel last weekend. And I'm going to say they because I don't see any pronouns immediately as I'm looking over in the profile. So we're going to go ahead and raid on over into Rogan 27's channel. Excellent. Glad to have a second endorsement. No raid call. He, they. Beautiful. So wish him a happy Monday night. Have a fantastic rest of your Monday and a great week. We'll be back on Wednesday. We're going to do Walk-in Sim Wednesday, which is a little bit of a throwback to my first sort of time streaming. So we'll be doing that on Wednesday from 5 to 7 Eastern. Come on over. We're going to be doing Firewatch, so we'll probably do 2 weeks of that. I have played that game. It's been years. I barely remember it. I'm very excited to get into it. So come on back for that, and then Final Fantasy Friday, and possibly the I wondered, I was like, I don't know if that means like a good average, a good man, a good bean. Got it. Have a fantastic Monday and Tuesday. Hopefully see you back Wednesday. We'll be back for Final Fantasy on Fridays, and maybe we'll get back to the regular schedule this weekend, but life is chaos, so who knows? So in the meantime, please take care of yourselves. Please be kind to yourselves and the folks around you. Please do something good for yourself in the next couple of days because you deserve it. And thank you all so much for being here. Stay cool, y'all, because you all are the absolute best. Bye, friends.